Okay, well, this is day three. It's a little late because I completely forgot. Um, I'm bringing some, what was it, Professor gameplay, and I think Wu Chang gameplay. But right now, I believe I am playing solos. I'm pretty sure solos, if not duos. We have a Wu Chang on arms, not arms, Red Church. So I know for a fact that once we're going against a Wu Chang some carry insolence, others do not. Most on small maps like Red Church and Arms will bring Blink, but if you don't get a free hit, it's kind of like chops. I don't know. Wu Chang is just like a hit or miss when it comes to like insolence and Blink on small maps. It's more of a tie. If not, it's more of a loss or draw most scenarios. But as you can see, Acrobat's kiting. He's doing a pretty good job. Unfortunately, he got hit when he got balled, but he did land this. He thought he was gonna like blink, but blink wasn't even up, so he ended up just taking the hit and just dying. He could have made it that window, but he just got scared of blink. I don't blame him. Forward went for a huge risky stun. Unfortunately, he saw that coming in the corner of his eye and just dropped. So that's unfortunate, but he goes for another one here and lands it. But the only problem with this is it could be presence because he does that. And keep in mind, the forward can still die here because he has blink and bell ready. Gets another stun, pretty good. But again, same issue, not enough, not before the animation, so just gets gonna get hit. You can look for the forward, consider maybe blinking him, if not belling him. Refuses to go for another stun. So now this is an issue. We have a full presence Wu Chang with blink, and we have Prospector saying you're on your own, and only 2 ciphers done basically, with 1 halfway. So now I believe Prospector's gonna go for the save. Problem, no tide, and it's basement Wu Chang. Well, any hunter basement with no tide is kind of a risky move because you're essentially trying to go for the win when you shouldn't be, especially in the position you are now. But right now I decided to, you know what, maybe just forget about the save. I was sitting there waiting because he might do that, and that's exactly what ended up happening. I tried to take the hit, and unfortunately it doesn't work. I used my scale instantly right after because I failed the hit, so I'm just gonna use it again to start to cool down faster. That's what I do. If I miss the hit, like I'm trying to body block or whatever, and I miss the hit, I just use my scale hardening faster. That way the cooldown comes down faster because there's no point. Because as you can see, I failed the hit, so there's no point. So now right now I'm gonna heal up, and these 2 are still in basement. Prospector is doing a good job trying to get out of basement with the Wu Chang. Stuns him. So far so good. Prospector with 3 magnets is kind of cancer, but it's okay. So he stuns enough good enough for the Acrobat to get away. But keep in mind it is a full-fed Wu Chang with blink. So this kite might not be long. I don't even know. I don't think he even got saved before half. So this could be a potential tyrant loss. Goes for the blink hit, charge attack, and I believe he's dead. I don't remember, low-key, but I believe he's dead here. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, so now we're playing for a tie. So right now I'm gonna get his attention, and I'm just gonna mind game all I can. If he chases me, don't remember this. Okay, yeah, he does. Okay, so now after mind game, he's gonna try to outplay me. He gets a soul suck, but I'm keeping an eye on him because I see the real Wu Chang. It's easy to see the real Wu Chang. Keep in mind my skill's ready, so I can use the skill. He's gonna try to bait it probably. I walk back into it, knock the skill back. It looks like I pushed him through a wall, but I didn't, so yeah. He shouldn't have mind game. So all I'm gonna do here is just play a little risky. As you can see, I'm playing just a little risky. Walking him right in front of his face, doing all this other stuff. Dodging around the walls. All these other things. It's all mind games. That I don't know, dude. I feel like I could have ulted that. It looked like I had the chance. I would have been a complete god if I did, but unfortunately not. So now I'm just gonna keep doing my kites, and I'm in a weird area because this is a mind game. He can do a charge attack, so I have to be very careful. So you see, he's trying to wait for me to vault. He swung a little too early that time. He didn't swing. He wants to swing as soon as he's about to turn the corner, so that way he has a bigger range. But he didn't do that, so it was easy to dodge it. So now he's not breaking this pallet, although he should, because now I'm just gonna keep looping it, and I'm gonna keep. What I'm doing is, you can see the very top left. I'm timing all my stuff, like all the vaults, all the speed boosts I'm getting, I'm timing it. Like I'm looking at the timer and seeing about what I'm about to get. So I chased him. He chased me for so long that he's about to leave. Like he doesn't want to lose. He wants to go for a win. So what I did right here is making him come back to get baited. Prospector literally, luckily got the stun. I'm over here. I have my scale back. Wu Chang is kind of panicking. He finally breaks the pallet, and it's prime that he popped. He almost killed Prospector. I don't know what was that pop really. But so far so good. He gets a Magnus stun. So far, this has been a pretty good overall match. Just a quick recap before the replay ends and my Professor gameplay ends, I guess. It's nothing special. It's not a lot of Professor gameplay, but it was pretty good mind games, I suppose. Professor is not a bad character. I know a lot of people say he's a bad character, and do I think he's viable? I do think he's viable. In top tier, he's a little harder to play because a lot of hunters are very, very smart and are very, very smart with the other skills too for survivors to pick up. What I would do is that most of the time I do play Professor. As you can see, mind game. He goes for the other one, break him, and you can see he's kind of viable with that double hit. But some hunters are really good at predicting, and it makes it really tough. So all I'm gonna do basically is just gonna go back to the gate, waste time, do whatever. But for now, Professor is a really good character. I do recommend for some people to try him out. He's not bad. He's really hard to learn. He's not as easy as Perfumer, and overall, I would recommend that you guys try him. He's pretty fun. Alright, this is some of my lovely Wu Chang gameplay. Just a quick recap. In this spawn, you have two spawns that you could TP to. You can go to Shack, or you can go to Front Gate, where the little corner cipher is. I go to usually Shack because it's usually an easier spawn to hit, and it's not too risky. But overall, as you can see, I got the kind of the TP spot on. But if this wasn't a doctor, it would have been probably a quick down, but oh well, I'm pretty sure she heals up here at some point. If not, I think I get the hit here. But for me, some recap. I was a hunter main for a bit of a while. I actually, fun fact, some recap on my backstory. I did play this game season 1, and I enjoyed it pretty much. I actually started playing IDV with my brother together, and that was a fun journey. But my brother started season 1 and quitted season 1, so yeah. But I kept playing, and I thought it was pretty enjoyable. And so I ended up, ironically, my mom, for my birthday, bought me a $25 gift card, to spend on whatever I want. And I wanted to spend it on a DV because, I like playing the game. But it wasn't working, and I signed out of my own information. And when I signed out, I couldn't log back in because apparently I needed to remember my recovery phone number, and I didn't remember my old recovery phone number. So yeah, I lost it. So what I ended up doing is I made a new IDV account, and it was in season 5. It was when I made it, and I started from scratch. So I had $25, and I bought Cowboy, obviously, and I bought Wu Chang because I already had Ripper and I already had Geisha in my other account. So I remember how their gameplay is, and I didn't really like it. It wasn't for me. So I just tried doing Wu Chang, and I thought he was pretty cool, so I stuck with him. Also right here, I timed this hit right here perfectly because when Prospector vaults, he can't push you with the magnet because it's a split second of vaulting, so the magnet won't activate. So I timed it as soon as he vaults to swing. But yeah, that's the story of my Wu Chang. I believe in season 16, I'll put some fancy editing skills to show you on the screen, hopefully, that I was top Wu Chang for season 16, and I played him almost on every map. I played him with Blink, I played him with double TP, I played him with Insolence. I did whatever was viable, basically, is what I did. And I ended up getting up to Evil Dragon with a 99.3 or 98.8% win rate. I just know it was really high. I only lost one match, and that's because my dumb self was cocky, and I thought the Acrobat went to the edge of the gate, and he wasn't, so I lost. But overall, yeah, Wu Chang is pretty good. He is very rank viable. Once you get to top tier with him, it's very, very painful because it requires, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, playing Wu Chang and top tier sometimes does require a bit of luck. Like sometimes that one lag survivor, maybe that one random that does throw was clutch enough for you to win. It's just like that sometimes, to be honest. But I recommend, if you want to pick up Wu Chang at least, I recommend for a starter, just to go up, down. So bring Confined and bring Detention with Blink on any map. Because what that will do is it'll hopefully get you a down. If you get your TPs correct, like if you learn your spawns and learn what survivals will spawn, you can get a free hit. So therefore your Blink should be your second hit if you do get kited. But if you can mind game well enough and you can do other things, you can get other hits and hopefully win. So that's what I recommend for beginners. If you have a hard to chase team comp as Wu Chang, like maybe like a Perfumer or maybe a Forward, a Merc, stuff like that that's hard to chase, I recommend bringing Insolence with max pallet breaking, if not one pallet breaking and one for chair, Berserker. It usually helps out for chairs and get maybe double hits or whatever stuffs, but it also gives you fast pallet breaking speed, so that way you're not totally screwed. So yeah. Another thing to do is that when you start getting really good, I recommend for bans is I recommend you can ban Seer Forward. Seer Forward is also a good thing. You can counter a lot of harassers with Wu Chang, just not really batter and not really forward. You can kind of deal with prospectors. You can kind of deal with cowboys. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you can definitely deal with them. But as Wu Chang with no presence, if not full presence, against a batter and a forward, it's really hard. So I recommend you can ban, again, Seer Forward. Personally, I'll mostly ban Seer and Merc. And the reason why I ban Merc as Wu Chang is because Merc is the only character who can go for repeated saves, So once you injured a Merc, it's not like they're forever, they can come back and save. Like, they can be half health and you can still save, And that's a problem because if you're trying to, win with Wu Chang, you want to, make sure everyone's injured so they can't save, so you have a better chance for a tie or a win. So, and if not, you can ban Seer Priestess if you want Mercs. So, yeah, overall, that's my Wu Chang kind of banning system. Again, Seer Forward, Seer Priestess, and if not, Seer Merc. Things to run, double TP, if not Blink, up, down, or down, left. Insolence to help you out for maybe ties or hard to chase team comps. But overall, that is pretty much my Wu Chang mindset. And as you can tell, this gameplay right here, although I didn't voice over much, you can kind of see that even with big maps like this, I still decided to bring a Blink up-down TP because it was kind of a hard to chase team comp. You have a Explorer who can hide, you can have a Perfumer who can take a bunch of my hits, and you have a Prospector who can keep pushing, and Doctor's not the worst thing in the world, but she can be a little annoying if she's really good and I'm just bad. But yeah, that is my Wu Chang gameplay, and hopefully this is day 3 of consistent uploading, and hopefully I'll be around to see you guys tomorrow for day 4 of consistent uploading. I don't know what to upload yet. I'll figure it out. Maybe some PlayStation gameplay, maybe some Cowboy gameplay still. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But overall, yeah. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.